Hello, everybody. So, can you remark something on me? Do you remark something on my face? Look, I've got, I've got the mouth, I've got the nose, the front, the cheek, the ears, which are hidden. But look, no glasses. I forgot my glasses at home because I went with my motorbike helmet, which is here. Where is my motorbike helmet? Yes, here. This is my motorbike helmet. And so, as I wore my motorbike, I had to take out my glasses. Then I switch off. I switch, and I didn't take the glasses back. So tonight it's a blind tour for me because I can't read anything from you. Okay? I just see that you are speaking to me. You are chatting because I see some white message, but I can't see. I can't see nothing. I just see letters. Maybe capital letters, maybe, but not even sure. Even if I do like that, not better. And even if I get close, not better. So I just see a heart, I think, here, but that's it. I don't even see who is writing to me, okay? So tonight, you have to discuss in between you. But if you ask me questions, I won't be able to read them, okay? Sorry for that. But with my glasses, I'm a little bit handicapped. I can see so far it's red, so it means the tour hasn't started yet. So I have some time. So I have to repeat that, okay, later on. In case somebody, please, during the tour is asking why Patrick is not replying, is not answering to the question because somebody's going to connect a little bit later, and just say to that person, Patrick has told us he forgot his glasses, so he can't read. I still can smile, but I can't read. So my poor Eagles, ooh, they lost yesterday. But I know some of you were in favor of the Chiefs. They won. Some of you were in favor of the 49ers. They won. And the Bills. Oh. And the Cincinnati Bengals. Whoa. So not everybody can be happy in sport anyway. Some have to mourn, boo, 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 when some other have to cheer. So, sorry I can't read you. I say, it must be very interesting what you're writing to me. But I really can't, I even can't see who is writing. I just, no, I try to focus. It's terrible, getting old. 2 years ago, I could have read something, but here, now, I can't. Or apart of that, I have to take a pictures and then to look at the pictures. Well, the tour is not started yet, okay? That's why it's all dark. That's why I'm not showing you anything. It's because we are starting the tour in a couple of minutes, and meanwhile, I'm speaking with you. So some of you may wonder what time is it in Paris. It's going to be 8 p.m. And as you know, here in France at 6 p.m. it's night. So it's full night. But the weather today, the weather is quite cold. It's nearly 0 degree. So I'm at the top desk of the boat, and it's I've got one, two jackets, a big jumper. I've got a scarf. I've got my gloves. I've got my hat, and I'm still a little bit cold. Also, the tour is quite interesting and quite, as I say, not spooky, but it has been raining a few weeks before. I mean, a lot, and so the river is getting very high tide, and part of the bank are already flooded, and they are going to be completely flooded in a couple of days. But when the river gets high, you can imagine what's happened. It's mean the you can't pass anymore under the bridge. So when we are going to pass, I have to read too. No, I don't need to bend my head. but nearly, because we are going to pass very, very close from the bottom of the I mean the ceiling of the bridges. So the tour is going to start in 5 seconds, I think, 4, 3, 2, something like that. Yes, because I see now it's blue. So now it's time to start the tour. So welcome on board. Look, we are going to pass under a bridge. I'm going to pull up my camera like that, and maybe you can see how close. You see, look how close we are from. I could, if I raise my hand, I can touch. The bridge. We are very, very, very close from the top, from the bridge. This is due to the river Seine, and in a couples of days, maximum couples of weeks, we won't be able to do this tour anymore because the river is going to be too high and the boats are not going to be able to pass under the bridges in Paris. That's happened every year. So this is maybe the last tour for that. And I'm happy because last time I programmed this tour, I had a problem with the boat, so I changed the boat. Tonight I took another type of boat, which is very nice. I love this company. It's named Vedettes de Paris. And Vedettes de Paris, like a vedette, like a star. Vedettes de Paris. And also vedette in French means boat, river boat. And they are located at just at the bottom of the Eiffel Tower. And they're very nice company. And so they welcome me on board. And you have got different type of cruise for them. You have got the cruise where you have got a guide speaking, but that's not very good for us because if the guy is speaking, of course you can't hear me. And there is 2 cruises per week, only 2, which is the Monday. That's why we are Monday at 8 and at 10, where they have no guide, but just music and drink on board. So during summer, it's also quite fancy because you can drink and you can dance on board, but no guide. But today you have got a guide. So my friend, we're going to start the tour and I'm going to show you where we are in Paris. So ready to start? I just need to take one figure out of my glove. Part of that, I can press the camera. Welcome on board on this new cruise. So you see the weather is pretty nice tonight. So sorry, I just repeat if somebody just arrived now. I have forgotten my glasses at home, so I can't read any of your comments. So I just see here, for instance, like I don't know if it's a red heart or something. I see a red spot. That's all the things I see. But don't worry, I haven't forget my tongue, so I can speak. I can explain to you where we are. So we are on the quite a big boat. This is one of these river cruise boats, which is still old. This is the captain, which is here. You see, this is the captain of the boat. He has that screen, so he can see the river, and he's controlling everything from here. And the boat is quite nice because they still have got the decorations for Christmas. You see, it's all lighted around the boat, and so the people are at the top desk like me. Everybody's a little bit cold, but to have the pleasure to be in Paris by night on the river, people are suffering in silence. And look, this is the moon, and we have got the full moon tonight. So maybe we're going to see some, I don't know, Wolverines. I hope not. So the first building we're going to see on our right, this is the National Assembly. The National Assembly, this is the place where all the laws are voted in France. This is an old building, this is an old palace, which was part of the Duke of Bourbon. And so that's why we name it also le Palais Bourbon, because the Palace Bourbon, this is the real name of it. And so the Palais Bourbon is welcoming, since we have it, the French National Assembly. It's a bit like in your country, in France we have got 2 assembly, one which is called the low chamber and one which is called the high chamber. And when we make a vote, the law pass from one building to the other building. So look, we're going to pass onto the bridge and look how close we are from the top of the bridge. You see, I can touch, I'm not going to do it, but I can touch the top of the bridge. So we are selling the opposite side of the flow of the river. It means we are sailing against the flow of the river. So at the beginning of the tour, we are sailing east, meaning the right bank is on our right and the sorry on our left. This is my left hand. So the right bank is on our left and the left bank is on our right because we decide the banks by the flow of the river. So here we are in the 6th district of Paris, in the rich part of the 6th district of Paris, that you know, which is named Saint-Germain-des-Prés. And in this part of Paris, you have got magnificent buildings. They are not so much Haussmannian building, because Haussmann, who completely renovated Paris in 1860, didn't touch so much of the left bank. He did mainly the right bank. So here you have got, in fact, all the old buildings which are former the renovation of Paris by Baron Haussmann. And you see on the side here, you have got some other riverboats which are either parked, but also when we go close to the center of Paris, we see we have got some riverboats which are personal boats, which are belongings to people, and they're using the boat like a boat house. I just repeat, I'm not rude tonight. If I don't reply to your question, it's just that I forgot my glasses, so I can't read your question. So sorry for that. So please chat in between you and don't expect me replying, unfortunately, to your question. The building you're starting here, this is the Musée of la Légion d'honneur. We see the highest distinction that the France can give to you. In front of this museum, there is a famous statue of your president of the United States of America, you know, George Washington. And this is the house that he loved the architecture, you know, and he built his house in Virginia. Exactly, the house he built is an exact copy of this building. So if you have been visiting his house, you will see where we are just passing under the passerelle Leopold Senghor, which is a African president. And you see the museum. And if you look at the house, for the American, it's very famous because it really looks like the house in Virginia. But the house in Virginia is a copy of that one. This is, if I can say, the original one. And on the side of that, you have got the Musée d'Orsay. You see the Musée d'Orsay, which was a former train station. It's mean before being used as a museum, it was a train station. And you can see the big clock here and over there. This clock shows to you this was a train station. This building has been renovated to welcome a part of the collection which were in the Louvre, which are dating from 1848 to 1905. Okay, so it's been mainly pre-impressionist, impressionist, and post-impressionist. All what is before 1848, all what is before the impressionists, it's located in the Louvre. But the impressionists, you can find them here, and also the post-impressionists. If you have been visiting with me Pompidou Center during one of my visits, you see the rest of this collection in Pompidou Center. So this museum is one of my favorites in Paris because the piece of art are so well exhibited, much better than in the Louvre. You know, that building has been really transformed into a museum. There was no wall, so they could really make it as a very great museum. When the Louvre itself was a palace, and so we are using a palace for a museum. So of course it's beautiful because the architecture and also the inside decoration are fantastic. But on the other hand, it's not sometimes so good to show perfectly the piece of art. When here in Ostend, the piece of art are fabulously exhibit. So we are still sailing by the left bank of Paris. And as you are going to see here, you can see here, well, here, the riverbank are not completely clouded, but part of it is clouded. You see just here 1 meter before this bank is clouded. So you still can go down, but as it's very cold, as it's night, you don't see any Parisian. Usually here, if you come in summer, it's so crowded. The Parisians love their banks, love their rivers. The rivers is a part of Paris, you know. If you look at the coat of arms of Paris, you will see there is a boat on a river. And the motto of Paris is tossed by the wave, but never sunk. Meaning that we are very strong, we can have to face some difficulties, but we are not going to sink. And you see, so the motto and the coat of arms are linked to the river. Look, that bridge is very low. You see the boat, the top of the boat is nearly going to touch it. It's not going to touch it, but it's a little bit spooky because we are really, really passing very, very close from the top of it. Look the antenna. So the museum you see here, which has got a rainbow, this is the Museum of Fine Art, le Musée des Beaux-Arts, which is one of the best school of art in the world, and has got that difference with any other school that it's not real teachers. In fact, it's famous artists which are explaining how they worked, and students are joining their class to learn about one artist. You see, so it's completely different than the other school, university, high school, college, or whatever, where a teacher is teaching you. Here, the teacher is sharing his knowledge. A little bit different. And you see here, you have got the name. It's a B and an A. I don't know if you see the logo. Mean Beaux-Arts, fine art. Oh my gosh, my hands are so cold. Even if I've got my gloves, it's getting really cold. So we're going to arrive in front of one of my favorite bridges in Paris, which is not a bridge, which is a passerelle. Passerelle, it means a footpath, just for the pedestrian and the bikes. Oh, the boat can go there. Oh, the boat is turning. Oh gosh, the river is too low, the boat can't pass. So, so we are not going to see the island tonight. For security reasons, they have changed. They have changed the path of the boat, and the boat has just turned before the passerelle. I told you, it can be dangerous at that time of the year. So the captain of the boat decided to turn his way and to go the other side. So we're going to discover another side of Paris. That's good. It's always an opportunity to show you something that you don't see often. So here you have got the Museum of the Louvre. Look how long is the museum. You know that the Louvre altogether, if you take the 3 floors of the Louvre plus the basement, and if you go to the 3L of the Louvre, it's going to be more than 6 miles. Sorry, I can't read what you are telling me. we are passing in front of the main entrance of the Louvre. So the Louvre, remember, at first it was a palace, and even before being a palace, it was a fortress. This fortress has been built by the King of France in the Middle Age in the 12th century to protect the entrance of Paris from the attack of the Vikings. Then it turned into a palace when the King of France decided to leave the Palais de la Conciergerie, which is in the island, to live here. So they turned it as a palace. And years after years, the palace has been enlarged to be today this magnificent building that you can see and discover from here. And in 1793, after the French Revolution, or during the French Revolution, they decided to turn the palace into a museum. And nowadays, the Louvre is the most visited museum in the world. And we receive more than 10 million visitors by year. So here you have got, well, somebody is walking. So here you have got, behind this wall, you have got the Jardin des Tuileries. Well, it's dark because it's night. Oh, look, there's some people, you see, some Parisians are still, look at that. There are still Parisians which are on the bench here with a bottle of wine. So the Jardin des Tuileries, which is going to link the Louvre to the Place de la Concorde, the famous Place de la Concorde, which was during the Revolution the place where we were having the capital execution. Before arriving to the Concorde, at the end of the Tuileries Garden, you have got two museums. One of the museums is Musée de l'Orangerie, the other museum is Musée du Jeu de Paume. And look here, the riverboat. Look, the people are living on boat. You see, he has got this is riverboats, okay? Look, another one here. So this is a real house where the people are living on board. It's charming, no? You see all these riverboats? In fact, the boats are parking like you park your car, and you don't pay the taxes. So now we arrive at the end of the Tuileries Garden, and you have got the Concorde, which is here. So the obelisk is under renovation these days. So you have got a big structure which is covering it. You see the structure that you see here, that you see a kind of yellow and blue face on it. So this, it's a scaffolding which is surrounding the obelisk of La Concorde, and we are renovating it because part of the obelisk is breaking. You know, this is the oldest building in Paris existing, the obelisk, because it's coming from Egypt. So this is the oldest, in fact, things we've got in Paris as a monument. After the Concorde, you have got the beginning of the Champs-Élysées, which are starting from the Concorde, and which are going to be from here to the Pont Alexander III. And look what we can see from here now. We can see the Eiffel Tower and the bridge Alexander III. And look, the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower has got the light show. The Eiffel Tower is sparkling. So that's the good point, in fact, that we turn back, because you can see the light show of the Eiffel Tower. Because the show of the Eiffel Tower is at the hours, and as the boat leave before the hours and come after the hours, usually you can see it. But today, as the boat make a diversion due to the tide of the river, we can see the Eiffel Tower. And in between the Eiffel Tower and us, we have got what is considered to be the most beautiful bridge in Paris, which is the bridge Alexander III, which has been built for the Tsar Alexander III under Russia to seal the friendship between France and Russia. We pass under the bridge right now, and we are going to see a little bit more the Eiffel Tower sparkling. Look at that show. Wow, it's worth the diversion, no? So sorry, my friend, I can't read you. I told you, I don't have my glasses, or I have to ask somebody next to me. Can you read for me what they are saying? That's the only thing I can say. I can do. So now we are sitting with the flow of the river, and we are saying, oh, this is the show is finished. So I just let me show you back a bit the bridge, Alexander III, which is over there. You see that bridge? I will show you the Eiffel Tower after. We will have time for that. So you see the bridge has been done at the end of the 19th centuries to seal the friendship between France and Russia. And before the World Fair of 18, I mean, it has been inaugurated for the World Fair. And they wanted to have a real friendship between France and Russia, and they did that bridge. And on one side of the bridge, you have got a statue of the Neva, the river of St. Petersburg. On the other side, you have got the bridge of the statue of the river Seine. So now we are passing by the 16th district. So on one side, we have got the 15th district, which is here. You see this big tower here? This is the tower of the American Church of Paris. If you want to listen some good gospel, sorry, it's here you have to go. So now we are arriving in the 16th district of Paris. The 16th district of Paris is quite rich part of Paris. This is the west part of Paris. So thank you. I still can see the tip because the color is pink. So I can see when you are chatting blue. I can see when you are tipping pink, and I can see when somebody is joining blue. That's all what I can see. I just can see colors. And look here, you have got the Zouave. You see this statue here. This is a Zouave, and this is a Pont de la Marque. And you see when the Zouave has got his feet in the water, it's going to be nearly the case. When he has got his feet under the water, this statue, we say Paris is flooded. So you see, it just left, let's say, 80 centimeters in between his feet and the river. So it means in a couple of days, Paris is not going to be flooded, but the banks are going to be flooded. You see here, there is no more banks, just the place for the boat. We passed by the Musée Jacquemart-André, which is a lovely museum that I show you that museum when I am in Roquemont, in Oise, and when I go to show you the museum in Abbey de Chêne. And here you have got, behind that, you have got the Museum of Modern Art, which is here, which is in fact a free museum to visit. I encourage you to go there. And also, if you want, you have got a very fancy restaurant. You see where you have got the red light here. And it's a very fancy restaurant and very nice because the tables are all facing the river and the Eiffel Tower. So it's a very nice place to have got a great view of the Eiffel Tower. Here we are passing Passerelle de Bigny, which has been built for the World Fair of 1889, for the World Fair of the Eiffel Tower. It's a metal structure. You see exactly like the Eiffel Tower, and it was because the entrance of the exhibition were in fact on the right bank, the left bank, sorry, the right bank, yes, in that side, and then you were crossing by the passerelle to go to the exhibition. The entrance of the exhibition was Place de la Concorde. So here you see all the houses from the 16th district, and we are going to arrive in a couple of seconds in front of the Eiffel Tower. Here it is. So I'm going to turn for a while, like gimbal the other side. So like that, you will be able to see the Eiffel Tower full size. And you see something that you haven't seen with me so far, because these days when I was showing you the Eiffel Tower, the last time I showed you, it was kind of yellowish color. And you can see tonight, the Eiffel Tower is completely blue. If the Eiffel Tower is blue, you can also see there is the stars on it, which are symbolizing the Europe. It's because France, for a while, is at the head of Europe, is leading the Europe. Macron is at the presidency of the Europe. So we made the Eiffel Tower blue. We'll come back on the Eiffel Tower in a couple of seconds because we're going to turn a bit further. So like that, you will be able to see the Eiffel Tower full size. So we are still sailing. I don't know when the boat is going to turn because he had to go back. So that's so funny. Well, it's funny in a sense, but it's been I said this afternoon I put a post on Facebook. I say it can be a little bit spooky because the river was getting very very high, so we have no idea till where we can go due to the flood of the river. But you see, we have been stopped. The security make the commandant of the boat, the captain of the boat, stop before passing the passerelle. So in front of us, we have got a fantastic bridge that usually we don't go to see because usually the boat don't go to that side of Paris. So it's a new part of Paris you are discovering. In fact, in the river, this is the Pont de Bir Hakem. When I do my tour with you from the Eiffel Tower by night, in fact, I start at this bridge. This bridge is a very interesting bridge because it has got three type of. It's like the Brooklyn Bridge in New York. You know, you have got cars. You can see cars are passing, but you also have got pedestrian. You also have got a biking, and at the top of it, you have got the line, the underground line. And so this bridge, you see, it's named by a battle that the French won during the Second World War, named Bir Hakeim Battle, and which was in northern Africa. And this bridge has been named by that. And this bridge, maybe you look, the underground is passing. You see the underground is passing at the top of it. See that white line? This is the underground. Well, it's not underground because it's out, but it's just out for a couple of stations and then it go back underground. So we're still in the 16th district. So now we're going to be very close, in fact, from where I live. Well, I should ask the boat to stop me in front of my house because we're nearly going to arrive to my house by boat. That's so fantastic, you know. I've never been to home by boat, but in fact, I'm going to be able to show you where I live from the boat. Well, not exactly show you because it's not in front of the river, but in the back of it. You have got some seagulls which are passing in front of my camera. I don't know if you've seen them. So this is the complete west part of Paris, and I think the boat, and that's going to be a nice surprise because that's also I can't show you usually. I think the boat is going to go to the Pont de Beaugrenelle, which is the bridge which is in front of us. On the Pont de Beaugrenelle, I'll let you discover what there is at the Pont de Beaugrenelle. Because you see here, after Bir Hakeim, you've got an island. I don't know if you see it, but here there is an island. For that, it's an island. We call it the Swan Island, l'île aux Cygnes. In Paris, we have got three islands. We have got, of course, the island of La Cité, very famous. You have got the island of Saint-Louis, next to the island of La Cité. And we have got a third island, which is this one, l'île aux Cygnes. You see here the river is split in two. In fact, there is another part of the river which is the other side of the island. And here is the Maison de la Radio. This is the National Broadcasting Company for France. And myself, I'm living 100 meters from here. You see, if you go straight there, in between the two blocks of house, and if you go a little bit more, you arrive to my home. So, I mean, my home in Paris. That's so funny. I've never been there by boat because you know the boat never go there usually because the boat go the other side of the river. So we're going to pass under the Pont de Beaugrenelle, and there's going to be a very nice surprise, especially if there is some American on board, and especially if there is some New Yorkers on board. Yes, the boat is going to turn here, and I don't know if you know the surprise we're going to see. And the first time I think you're going to see it from the boat, You know, it's a little statue which is based on a little island in front of Manhattan. You get what that statue is, of course, I'm sure. A statue given by the French to the Americans to seal our friendship. So look, the boat is turning now. So we are leaving. If we carry on that way, if we go that way, we are going to arrive to the Atlantic Ocean. Because after that, we go to Normandy and then the Atlantic Ocean. And if you go to the Atlantic Ocean, at the end of it, this is America. And so France gave to New York a statue of Liberty, Lady Liberty. But they built another one, which is located at the top in front of the bridge. Just a pity because the statue is not light up. It's not light up every day. I'm going to show you. And you see, here we have got a new part of Paris, which is named Beaugrenelle. Beaugrenelle, it's a new district in the 15th district of Paris, where we have got kind of big skyscrapers. So you see, it has got a little bit Manhattan atmosphere. And next to that, you're going to see, because we're going to pass a bit, you're going to see the shade of it. Because in fact, it's not right over there. You see, right in front of me here, there is a big, big, big statue, and you can see the shape of it. This is the Statue of Liberty. And you see from here, you can see myself when I come back home, I pass on the bridge, which is just above the statue, meaning, in fact, I'm every day in between New York and Paris. You see, the statue is here. You see it? It's dark. It's not light up. So I can't show you better than that. I hope you can see it. It's a little bit dark. But this is the Statue of Liberty. It's very dark. It's pity. I don't know why they didn't light it up. Maybe some lack of money for the city of Paris. But here you've got the Statue of Liberty. And you see from the Statue of Liberty, which is facing New York, the other side of the statue, what do you have? So you have got the Swan Island, which is here. You see, this is an island. And you can walk from the island, from the Statue of Liberty. Okay, so from this Lady Liberty, which is here, and you can walk from here to the Bir Hakeim Bridge, which is over there, which is going to be our final destination. And you see, in between, you have got the Eiffel Tower. So in fact, you are just in between New York and Paris here. So here we pass in front of the big skyscrapers of Beaugrenelle. Here you've got a mall with a movie theater, bowling, restaurant, department store, very convenient. 5 minutes walking from my home, so very convenient. And here you've got all the skyscrapers from the Beaugrenelle district. It's nice because I think you haven't been here. You always stop your visit at the Eiffel Tower. And we're going to go slowly but surely. We're going to arrive to the Eiffel Tower, which is new colors. It's blue colors for the presidency, as I say, of France. So I say again, sorry, okay, because maybe if somebody is joining for a couple of minutes, say why Patrick is not answering to any question. Patrick has forgotten his glasses, okay? So, okay, and without glasses, Patrick can't read. So that's why. And here you see you've got a big boat called Quasi Europe. So this is a boat where the people can sleep on board and which is sailing all over Europe, going to Germany and So we are gently arriving to the Eiffel Tower. When I will be close from the Eiffel Tower, I will turn my gimbal, so you will have the image upside down, of course. But on the other hand, that will make you be able to have the full vision of the Eiffel Tower. I don't know if you can hear, but there is a group of seagulls here, which is screaming. Look at that view in Paris. I hope you enjoy, my friends. That's the advantage of the live streaming. We did something completely different, and at the boat didn't want to let you with a half tour. They went to the Statue of Liberty. That's sweet. And you see this is the express underground, which is passing here. This is not the normal underground. This is the express. It's a train going to the far west suburb. It's go to Versailles, in fact. You can take the express underground here and go directly to Versailles. And see, we are arriving by the bridge of Birakem. And so you haven't seen Notre Dame because that was after the bridge. So sorry for that. But on the other hand, you have seen a part of Paris, but maybe you would never see a part of that. The sky is fantastic. It's really cold now. It's less than 0. And look at the riverboat. Look, somebody is watching TV. I don't know if you see here. Look, he's sitting in his desk in his home and he's watching the TV. Look how it's nice, no? Very fancy place. Another riverboat. You see the person is living on the boat and the Eiffel Tower. And in between, the bridge of Birakem. So, my friend, we're going to arrive quite soon at the piers. When we will arrive at the piers, I'm going to leave the boat. If you want to stay with me a couple of seconds, you can, because when I will be on the Earth, I will show you the Eiffel Tower from the Earth. Okay? So if you want to stay a couple of minutes more with me, you are the most welcome. I will show you the piers and I will show you the boat after we leave the boat. You see the underground passing here? This is Birakem Bridge, the metal bridge. And this is the Australian Institute. If some of and here we have got the Japanese Institute. And this is the underground, the express train, the RER, and the Eiffel Tower is right here. So this is going to be the end of the tour in a couple. I mean, of the. I think the quality of the image is good. I'm using my new iPhone, my iPhone 13, which gives you even in night a very nice quality of image. I think, which is much better than the iPhone I was using before. And that one has got a wider angles, which give you for this kind of tour a great image, a great vision, and also a very good quality of the lights, even in the dark. The lens is very quality. So the pier is over there, where you can see some lights. For me, the image is a little bit blurry, but it's not because I hope the image is blurry. It's just because I haven't got my glasses. So for me, the Eiffel Tower is a little bit blurry. I hope for you it's not the case. And don't reply to me because I can't see it anyway. So I'm going to turn the gimbal, okay? So like that you can see the Eiffel Tower from up. Okay, so the gimbal. So like that you can have the Eiffel Tower full size and look with the moon. It's great, no? The moon is right in front of the Eiffel Tower. And the moon is going to mix with the Eiffel Tower in a couple of seconds. Look at that. Look at that. Yes, the moon is going to disappear. The Eiffel Tower is going to hide the moon. Yes. Oh, the Eiffel Tower is very powerful, you see? Look, and the moon is right in the middle of it. Wow, that's a great postcard because the Eiffel Tower is lighted by the moons. And you see, this is the up, and the moons come back. And you see the light you see on the, and here, this is the pier where the boats are arriving. And this is our pier because that's where we have been welcomed. So you see the company which welcome us tonight is called Vedettes de Paris. I will show you the piers. And so when you come to Paris, if you want to take a river boat, I just can't tell you come here. They are very nice. You see, they welcome on board already. They are nice for that. And then they are very good company, very comfortable boats. And the price is quite affordable too. It's not too expensive to make a riverboat cruise. And I really think it's something that you have to do. I did myself in many cities. And I think it's something that you have to do in Paris. So I'm going to turn my gimbal the other side because we're arriving at the piers. Hopla. And you see the pier is here. And the boat is gently arriving. And we're going to be in the piers in a couple of seconds. This is the next boat. You see there is a boat after this one which is going to leave. So this is the next departure, which is right here, waiting for the next tour. And we're going to go out of the boat. You see there, the sailors are. It's a bit like you should take the ferry. See, they are attaching the boat. And we're going to leave the boat. I take my helmet. This is the reason why I forgot my glasses, due to my helmet. Because I can't wear the glasses when I put the helmet on my head. So due to that, I forgot. You see, we go down. Look how it's charming, the top deck of the boat. And as I told you, they also have on board, haven't used it, but they have got a bar. And when you take the boat, you have got included into the price of the river, you have got a cup of champagne. Not bad, no? To have a cup of champagne on board. You see the bar is here. And so when you go inside, you can get your cup of champagne from here. So we are just going to move. And we just wet the boat, and I have to wear back my mask because. And so, if you want to leave now, please, thank you to having with me. If you want to stay with me a couple of minutes more, I will show you the Eiffel Tower from the pier. Okay? Right now, the boat is completely attached, and myself, I'm wearing back my mask. So up to you. Okay? I'm just in the line to be able to leave the boat. On the other side here, we've got the Trocadero, which is a museum and the place where you can see a very nice place to see the Eiffel Tower too. So if the boat is safely attached, are we going to be able to leave? Yes, the sailor is attaching it. Okay, 1 second more and we leave. Here we go. So we are in the line of the people, and so the Eiffel Tower is for you in a couple of seconds. So this is the pier. This is the company that we took tonight was this one, Vedettes de Paris. And they have got a little bar, and they have got also a a place where you can eat when you wait for the Eiffel Tower. You see, you are really at the feet of the Eiffel Tower. You see, they have got a little bar here. You can sit, you can eat, you can drink. And at the top of it, you have got the Eiffel Tower with a carousel. I thought it was nice to show you this last image of the Eiffel Tower to finish the show. And you see the boards here. And all the car is decorated. Hopla. And here it is. So I turn another time my gimbal so that you will see the Eiffel Tower. So far I show it to you like that, horizontal. And look what I told you. Look how close is the water. You see, the water is right here. So there is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, and then you go to the water. Oh, look over there. The group of people which are rehearsing for the music. You know, the music you have when you go to the hunt, chasse à cour. There's a kind of big, it's not a trumpet, but kind of big trumpet, you see? You can hear it. And we call it a corps de chasse in French. And that makes such a big noise. And they are here every night to rehearse. Listen. You see, they are rehearsing here. Fun, you know? You are not expecting to have such a music. But Paris is a city full of surprise, isn't it? So, my friend, I hope you enjoyed the tour. I hope you had the pleasure to be with me on the River Seine. I will reprogram this tour later on when the river will be a little bit low tide and when we will be able to go from the whole part of Paris, okay? Now the winter is here, and so we will have to wait a couple of months, let's say 2 months, to be able to do the tour to the east part of Paris. In the meanwhile, I wish you a very good evening. Thank you for your donation. Thank you to have me with me. Sorry to have forgotten my glasses. So sorry not to have been able to read you. But at least you could listen to me and we could watch, I hope, a nice show with me. And take a great care of yourself. There is another show this week, which is going to be about the church. And next week I'm going to program the new church for the one who have already done all the church with me. Thank you, my friend. Take a great care of yourself. See you very, very soon online or on Facebook. Thanks a lot. And here is Europe. Bye-bye. Look, me with glasses. Without glasses. You see? You don't see me like that usually. So that's why usually I can read you. And that's why tonight I couldn't. Okay. Take great care of yourself. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.